Hello, Teen Titans here doing deck finally of my Chronodragon nextage deck. Yeah, sorry about the way. It took me a while to get all my cards and stuff like that. Some cards aren't in like the meta build just because of some personal preference thing. And I'll explain my reasoning behind that. So let's get it. We're gonna start with the Great Force, gonna be the main part of the deck. First, we run 4. Chronojet Dragon nextage. His ability. It was his skills. An auto skill that says at the end about he attacked a grade 3 or greater vanguard, so it has to be grade 3 or greater. If you have Chronojet Dragon in your soul, you can discard 2 cards from your hand, retire this unit, and write it from your soul, and it gets 15,000 power to enter. So it's good to spear ride, but also it works even if you don't spear ride it. So, because pretty much you normal ride it, attack with it, retreat it, and then score it. Again, it's another way you can do it, which is pretty decent, pretty cool. It's kind of like discarding, but not really. It's doing the same cost, so that's right, yeah. And we will another great one is Interdimensional Beast, Isolate Lion. He has 2 abilities. When he's placed, call the top card of your deck to rear guard. And act once per turn, you can retire and you have your rear guard. So sure deck for a grade 3 card, which is only Chronojet in this deck. Call to a rear guard circle. Shuffle your deck and dying gets plus 5k in turn. So with Chronojet Sentinel Restrict, you get that's a plus 10k, and if you put a force marker on there, that's 20k, which is quite, and no Sentinel as well, so quite crazy. Yeah. Well, those are our grade 4s. Now let's go to our grade 3. So grade 3 is Chronojet Dragon, which has the Pseudo Stride, discard a card equal so grade 3 greater, so grade 4, spray right and retired a turn, and rewrite the grade 3. And his abilities Vanguard Rigor when he attacks, you can counter plus 1 to Sentinel Restrict and plus 5k. So that's really good. Like with both the Chronojet, both of our grade 4s help with that. That's Sentinel Restrict after the next attack, or getting a rear guard with Sentinel Restrict, which is quite good. Yeah. So yeah, like you can just do some crazy things. Next we go on to grade 2s, which is our first grade 2 is Smokegear Dragon. His first ability is when he attacks a vanguard, it gets plus 5k until the end of turn. And if you roll grade 4 this turn, which is most turns in this deck, afterward, it is grade 3 or greater. Grade 3. As soon as you get to grade 3, you can soul pass 1 to draw a card. Which is actually quite good because you're like this card. It's not Gear Con because it's discard theme, so you can discard card and then you can just draw it back. Doesn't really have a cost for it. There's other ability, which is probably one of the best abilities. Which is if your Vanguard's Chronojet, which is only grade 3, everything can be discarded as grade 3, so you'll always have a Pseudo Stride, even though it's really good. Like, okay, I'm gonna talk about something about this, and something about something community wise. Vanguard. I'm gonna get to grade 1s, because a certain grade 1 now. When we get to talk to it. Okay, now we get our other grade. We run 4 Steam Mechanic Nabu. She says when you attack, you can buy any card from your drop zone, and it will again cannot call grade 1 or grade cards to card from hand until the end of battle. And in battle, you put her soul and draw a card. No, because this card you have a lot of drop zones, so her cost would be quite easy, but and the garbage strike is kind of easy, but the main reason for her is for soul, because Smokegear has soul, because that card is another card that has soul blast as well. So just so you can have soul, that's the main reason we have her, like to have her soul all soul blast abilities on line. And the next is, which is our last grade 2, 3, Strobo Squadron. Vanguard rear at the end of battle, he attack and soul blast 1 and discard a card. So like it's just a soul blast helps with them. Choose one of your opponent's rear guard, retire it, and if your Vanguard's ready for, draw a card. So it kind of loots in a way if you have ready for, but also gets rear guard, because right now there are a lot of really powerful rear cards with rear guard effects. So getting rid of them is going to be very useful. Like I'm building machinings, and there's some good grade the new grade 2, like, and because the new machine grade 3 wants you to have a full field, so it helps get around that, which is quite good. Just an example. Now we have our grade 1s. For Steampunk Dragon, it's the grade 3 sister. Its continuous ability is Vanguard on rear guard, and if you discard any card this turn, which is pretty much almost every turn, you can get it. Well, it gets 5k, and then the search is look at top 5 one place. If there's a grade 3 you want, you can put it out of your hand. If you get you discard a card, which I think is really good, because if it turns on itself by discarding if you got on grade 3, which is quite interesting. Yeah, and awesome. Now next, we run 4 Bearing Rover. It's our stride fodder. When a manga if it hits, you can discard draw a card. No, we don't worry, because a lot of people they fully rely just on Smokegear for the stride fodder. Like, I don't want to be like that. I want to have stride. I have stride. More guarantee myself stride fodder, so I can do it almost every turn, which is quite. It's just something I think people should think about more when in Gear Chronicle. Like, you need to find ways to stride. Like, just rely on one card is, I think, just for the stride fodder, because it's the main mechanic. Like it's not. It's like, because I play Narukami, only having your ace for binding. You need to have our cards that bind in order to fuel the deck better. So yeah, I run that for stride fodder, and feels the discard theme is good as well. And last one is 4. Quickly order when placed rank. You can put any card from your drop zone in bottom deck and drink a reader. You get a Soul Blast 2 draw cards under Soul Blast. So fuels get the main targets are grade 4s and triggers. Because grade 4 triggers for always grade 4, so you can always have like stride fodder. Always stride more, because if you want to you're done. Yeah. And now time for triggers. We run 8 crit, because with Sentinel Restrict, crits are really good, because you can just crit, get double crit, or out of nowhere. which really good for the isolate line turn. You attack your Vanguard before you attack without Chronojet, so you can get crits if they somehow guard that attack. For draw PGs, because PG, yeah. I was thinking about doing the Sentinel crit for a while, but nah. For heals, and our starter is Chronodragon, which if you don't know what the starter, the new errata, it says one place you draw a card, and if your opponent's over grade 1, you get a quick shield, which I'll show quick shield quickly. You can, when your opponent's attacking a unit, you can just pretty much discard it to give that one the unit's being attacked plus 5k, which is kind of like a 5k guard, which is quite good. I usually use it for discard fodder, which is really good. Well, yeah, this is the Chronodragon nextage deck. It's a little different than most typical decks, but that's how I built it. Hope you guys like it. Teen Times 3B is time to out.